Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I feel like I make fun of myself when I say that because I sound like so stupid. I should probably have a different intro, but here we are. Anywho, welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor and this is Plant Dust Woman. If you didn't know, if you're new, welcome. In today's video, we're gonna be doing a Philodendron collection tour video. I'm gonna be showing you all my philodendrons. So yeah, I'm really excited to show them all off. You know, there's quite a bit. I have quite a bit of philodendron. I hesitated on filming this video, same with my Hoya collection video, because so many reasons. Number one, I feel like I'm always adding to it, so it never feels like, here's my complete collection, but that's so dumb, and I don't know why I feel that way in my head, but I just feel like as soon as I film it, I'm gonna add to it, and then whatever. I don't know if that makes sense, but I can just refilm it later. So this is March, if you're watching in the future, March 2021, and this is my philodendron collection. I hope you guys like it. I do have mostly common philodendron, but I do have some cool ones in here, I think. I think they're all cool. I think a heartleaf philodendron is cool as so yeah. Without further ado, let's get into my philodendron. Okay, I moved into a chair because my foot was falling asleep and my hip hurts, and sitting on these hardwood floors sucks because I'm 87 years old. Yay. All right, first up, shall we? Also, everything is on the ground and I'm gonna have to be reaching for it because I don't have a table in front of me, and that's annoying. I'm sorry. First up is a heartleaf philodendron, or a cordatum. This is the classic, the timeless, the ever so beautiful philodendron, heartleaf philodendron. I think these are stunning. They are simple, but so beautiful. And if you want something big and full and trailing in your house, I can't recommend them enough. They're super easy care, very similar to a pothos. And yeah, I feel like I water it once it completely dries out. I'm very much an underwaterer, so I kind of let these go until they're super droopy. And then I give it a good water and it perks right back up. So yeah, these are affordable. You can find them all over the place. I have so many of these throughout my house. I'm only gonna show one of each. Same with, you know, the Brazil or the Neon. I have multiples just because they're affordable and they're beautiful, and I think they make such a beautiful statement. I've got this one up in my living room and I let this one kind of crawl over the window. I think it's just so pretty. I could talk about it for days. I love it. This is one of the plants that made me really fall in love with houseplants. Once I got one of these, I was obsessed. I mean, I've always been obsessed, but you know, extra obsessed. All right, set it down, don't break a leaf, please. Okay, next up, same plant. Is it gonna be so annoying that I'm like bending over? Sorry. I'm like, is it gonna be annoying? Yes. Am I gonna do it? Yes. Next, same plant, just the Neon version. These are so beautiful. Look at the new growth with dog hair on it. The new growth comes in orangey, like this is just like a citrusy dream. Some of the leaves are more green, some are more yellow, some kind of have orange. I think they're just so stunning. Some of them even have some variegation. Oh, like this one. That one's such a cool leaf. Yeah, I think these are so pretty. These little orange leaves that come in are to die for. And yeah, this thing, I feel like didn't grow as fast as the regular green version, and now it's really taken off and it has a ton of new leaves. So I love it. It's dripping on me. Great. Yeah, again, can't recommend it enough. Same care as the green heartleaf philodendron. Very easy. Next, same plant, different color again, is a Philodendron Brazil. Ta-da! This thing is honestly one of my favorite plants. Like, I'm obsessed with Philodendron Brazil. Okay, this one looks really bare and like awful on top. That's because I had this growing up my wall. If you guys remember, I'll insert a photo here. But these do look really nice growing up a wall or trailing. This thing is incredibly long, like so long and so beautiful. What I love about Brazil is that every leaf is different. Every single leaf has different variegation on them. Some are more green, some are more yellow, some are like really neon. They're just stunning. And I love how every time a new leaf comes in, you just never know what the variegation is gonna be like. So yeah, these are so beautiful. Again, I can't recommend them enough. One of my favorite plants, and I feel like honestly really underrated. I do only have one really big Brazil. I used to have multiple, but I gifted them to friends or traded them for things. So I would definitely pick up another big Brazil if I came across one at a big box store, just because they're beautiful and I love them so much. soon we're gonna get to bigger plants that I don't have to bend over so much, maybe. Okay, sorry, I had to try and get this one. It was connected to another plant. So this one is a combination pot of the first two that we talked about, just a green heartleaf philodendron and a neon, and I think that it looks so cute all mixed together. I got this idea from Perky Plants on Instagram. If you don't follow her, she is so awesome, and she put this on her story, and I was like, what? That looks so cool mixed together. I must try it, and I did, and I love it. So yeah, I was just showing you this just to give you guys ideas. You can put same care plants in a pot if they have the same needs, and this is basically the same plant. So yeah, I think it's really cute, and I love it. These are all just cuttings from the other two plants that we're ready to pot up. Okay, moving on. Let's get this really big one out of the way because I feel like it's just in my way and it needs to go if I can fit it in frame. This is my Philodendron burl marks or burly marks. I know people say it both ways. This thing is huge. This is my favorite leaf. Let me back up a little bit. This is my favorite leaf right here. It's honestly huge and beautiful, and like, just look at this thing. It's massive. I know that this used to be a lot fuller. I've taken so many cuttings from it and either traded or gifted it to people. So yeah, it's a little bare. I mean, it's still not bare. Look at it. It's freaking massive and beautiful and perfect, but it was probably twice as full before I started taking a bunch of cuttings. You can see it's kind of bare in the middle there. But yeah, I'm excited for spring and summer for this to start pushing out a lot of new growth again and getting large. It's been really slow growing through the winter, but last summer it was like constantly, at least 3 leaves were coming out new. And yeah, so I'm excited for that. Care-wise, oh, look at that leaf. Oops, let's just ignore that. I always have yellow leaves on this, that's just a thing. Care-wise, it's super easy care. This really needs to be repotted. I don't know if you can see, but there is like roots coming out of the top and bottom, so I do need to repot this thing. I water it once it's fully dry. It does slightly droop down when it needs water, and yeah, I give it a good soak. That's pretty much it. It's really easy care. These climb and are beautiful. Mine's like a big bush, so yeah, I've seen people have it where they have like one cutting growing up a pole, and that's really beautiful as well. Mine's more like a giant bush. You know, they grow lots of ways, and I think that they are beautiful. I'm ranting. Let me set it down. So sorry. Welcome to my plant talk. All right, next, let's do a jungle boogie. I can't say it without saying it. I'm sorry. This is my Philodendron jungle boogie. I'm just dropping soil everywhere. Look at this thing. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, look at that fungus gnat. Go fuck yourself. Get out. Oh, fungus gnats are the worst. Am I right? Okay, when I got this, look, there's another one. Oh my God, are you the one? I've just started getting fungus gnats in here, and are you the culprit? You better not be the culprit. I will be so pissed. It's got dirt on the leaves. I wasn't spanking it. Jesus, that was really bad timing. Okay, are you guys like me and you see fungus gnats and you're like, who is it? Like, I'll go out and I'm like, which one of you is bringing them in? And you know what? It's never been you, so it's really disappointing, to be honest. Gosh. Okay, anyways, let me insert a photo here of when I got this plant because it was not near as big. This plant did nothing for me for, I have a piece of dog hair on my nose. Please go away. This plant did nothing for me for like 6 months, and then all of a sudden it just grew like crazy, and ever since has not stopped. There is always a new leaf coming in. This new leaf is opening right now. The new leaves come in such a pretty color. They're like an orangey yellow tone, and like, yeah, this thing is so pretty. This grows in kind of a rosette form, if you can tell. And honestly, I love this plant, but it is kind of annoying if you can tell like the pot size versus like the space that the plant takes up. So it really works well. I put it up high on shelves so it can just like hang over, or even down really low. But yeah, I kind of have a hard time figuring out where to put this thing because I just feel like it takes up so much dang space, but it is so beautiful and you gotta love it. I would love a Ring of Fire one day, the variegated version. But yeah, I'm really happy with this green version. I think it's stunning. The leaves look like a saw. They're just like serrated and so beautiful. Love it. Highly recommend it. it is definitely growing fast, so I'm excited to see how big it gets over the summer. Okay, hey, oh my god, I literally just dropped it. Hold please. And we're back. I just dropped the jungle boogie, so I don't know. Was that karma for having fungus gnats? Maybe. Maybe don't bring fungus gnats. I might drop you. Are you all listening? Do you guys talk to your plants? Because I do. I'm like, don't you be bringing bugs in here. Don't do it. Next, one of my favorites. Oh, Philodendron Micans. So beautiful. I also have a little baby here in this little picture. You guys saw me post it. These are so cute. I got this little plant from Logi's. It was 2-inch pots, and they have grown like crazy. I got them last summer. I got this plant first. Let me set that down. And then I got this one towards the end of last summer, beginning of fall maybe. And this thing has finally just started growing like crazy. Micans grow really fast. It's so beautiful. This thing desperately needs to be repotted. It has roots. I don't know if you can see. Can you see those roots? Roots just coming out of the bottom of the pot. And this thing is just drying out almost immediately, so I can tell that it needs to be repotted. Care-wise, Micans definitely need less light and more water than other philodendron that I've noticed. I've had it in a window, it does fine, but when I pulled it back from the window, it genuinely did better. So I feel like they don't need crazy high light. You know, a couple feet back from your window will do really well. And watering, she definitely a thirsty girl, okay? She likes water. I'm feeling her right now. I just watered her like 3 days ago, and she's not ready for a drink, but she's not bone dry, you know? So yeah, this is Micans. They're beautiful. They are velvety. I love the way that the new leaves come in like yellowy, coppery. Oh, and then the older leaves get so dark. It's perfection. Like, I could sit here and just do a whole video dedicated to this plant. I do hate how it's growing like out of one side and out of the other side, and there's like this bald spot in the middle. So when I repot it, I'm definitely gonna like push that together. But yeah, I think this is so stunning. I just want to find a really good pot for it. Not that it matters because it's going to cover it anyways, but like it needs a better pot than that, you know? It needs a better pot. I do kind of want to put it in a plastic pot though because it's so thirsty. So, you know, let me know down below if you guys have a Micans and what kind of pot you guys have it in, because I feel like it likes being in a plastic pot. Okay, next, we're done with this side. Let's move on to this side, shall we? Next is a Philodendron Birkin. This thing has gotten so big. I feel like it was not this big before. It's also really leaning. Can you see how far it's leaning this way towards the light? I need to rotate it. Rotate it. They're all facing forward. Yeah, this plant is beautiful. As you can see, they are variegated and stunning. I think these are so beautiful. Sorry for my nails. I know that some people think that these are kind of overhyped, but I think they're gorgeous. Now, I do think like last year, the year before, people really hyped them. They were selling for a ton of money. I don't think that you need to pay a lot for them. I got this at Walmart, I think, so pretty affordable. But I do think they're beautiful. They're a beautiful plant. You can't deny. You cannot deny that. Even the ones that have less variegation, I think they're really pretty. The newest leaf here came out with some damage. That kind of happened during the move. Look, I have makeup on my hands, so sorry. This kind of happened during the move, so I think that it was either from the cold or just lack of humidity. But this leaf is so white and so pretty, and it's already putting out another leaf down here. So hopefully the next one looks more like this leaf. As far as care, pretty much just like any philodendron, I'm letting it dry all the way out and then giving it a good water. Again, the higher light that you give it, the whiter the leaves will be. So yeah, pretty simple, not much to say. I feel like this is a really big one. The last one that I had was really small, and this one's definitely more mature, and it's done a lot better for me than the really little ones. So, but that's just me. Your situation could be different. Next is my Philodendron Penifolium. I could not think there. This is such a beautiful plant. Yes, it is a little phallic, but so beautiful. The coloring on this is very similar to like a Cebu blue. There's moss on the leaf. It does have that, you know, grayish, bluish coloring to it, which is honestly what drew it to me. This thing is just beautiful. I love it so much. This is the newest leaf, so it's the largest leaf. This was the leaf before, if you can see that size. And then this one is even bigger. So that makes me really excited because every single new leaf that it has gotten has just gotten bigger and bigger. From this one, then to this one, then to this one, then this one, and now the big one. So I love that about philodendron, that just some of them, each leaf gets bigger and bigger, and I think that's so fun because you're just waiting for the new one to come out. But yeah, I love this plant. It's been very, very, very easy care for me. I was worried about this leaf coming out just based on the shape. It looked like it was gonna have some tearing, but it came out really, really nice. So I think it's beautiful. When philodendron leaves come out and they do kind of that arch, you know, it looks like they're like arching their backs as they're coming out of the petiole. You can spritz the leaf, which helps a lot. Give it humidity. I put it near my humidifier, and that helped this leaf come out without damage. So I love it. I got this one from Cactus Club online, and it came really well. The only damage was this little leaf. The tip is kind of broken off, but everything else came in perfect care, and it shipped during the winter. So definitely, that was my first time ordering from them, and it went really, really well. I haven't ordered since, but I definitely would again based on how this plant came. Sticking on the blue silver theme is my Philodendron Silver Sword. This plant is such a beautiful plant. It is an upright philodendron, so it grows up. As you can see, mine is really, really wobbly. I'm really scared I'm gonna break it at the base, so I definitely have got to get this thing a pole or a piece of wood or something to climb. But this thing has been growing like crazy. When I got this plant, I think it was down here. It had these 4 leaves at the bottom, and I was like, dang, I feel like I spent a lot of money for such a little plant, but based on how this has grown, it's so worth it. Don't stress about getting a silver sword that's small because these things grow like crazy. It has put out 3 or 4 new leaves in my care, and I have not had it all that long. And the coloring is just so beautiful. I know you can't see it over the camera like it is in person, but they're just like such a beautiful sheen and glitter to the leaves. Like, they're so beautiful. I love this plant. Like, this was definitely on a wish list for mine, on my wish list for a long time, and I am definitely very, very happy to have it. I think it is a beautiful, beautiful plant. Easy care. You can definitely tell when this thing needs water. The leaves get very droopy. I let this go far too long during the snowpocalypse that Texas had, and I really thought that I had lost it. The ends are slightly yellow, but you can't even really tell. It was completely drooped, like all the way down, and I was like, oh my god, I killed it. But it completely bounced back perfect and perked right back up the next day, so that is really exciting. I hear my baby. I hear my husband. He's home. Yay. Got 4 left. Next is the Philodendron Grazilay. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I don't know how to say it, but I do know that it's very cute. I do have this just in water. I recently got this from my friend Shelby. It's a cutting from her really big plant that she got from a big box store, so y'all be on the lookout. But these leaf shapes are so cute. They are a heart leaf, yes, but very different than the heart leaf philodendron. They are just like a really bubbly, just adorable, like almost cartoony shape. Like, I hope that it's showing. I know there's a big reflection, but they're so cute. And this does grow upright, if you can see the growth pattern. So you can climb this up a pole. Hers came in this big full hanging pot, almost like a bush. And so she chopped it up and has been sharing it, which is so kind. Thank you, Shelby. But yeah, I think it's so beautiful. I don't know much about this because it is new, so I can't give you care tips yet, but I would assume it's very similar to other philodendron. There is a new leaf coming in back here, and yeah, I'm excited to watch this baby grow. I wanted to add it in here. That way, you know, down the line, if it's big and full, I can come back and look at this video and see how little it was. But it is adorable. I love it. Oh my god, I almost dropped it. Okay, 3 plants left, and this is definitely one of my prized possessions. This is my Philodendron Gloriosum. Look, just look. My hand looks dirty. I swear it's eyeliner. Look at how beautiful. Oh my god, this plant. Oh, this plant is so beautiful. I'm dying for a huge one. Obviously, we all are, but I'm really happy to have this one in my care. It has 5 leaves. These little ones are definitely not in good shape. It's really wobbly as well, like my silver sword, so I need to figure that out. The way this one came, these are crawlers, so it's gonna crawl to the edge of the pot and put out a new growth. So you'll have to up pot as it gets bigger. Mine is not growing that way, just how they propagated it. So if you can see, it's like a stump hanging out of the ground and it's crawling up instead of at the pot. And so I don't know how I'm gonna repot this, but basically the stump needs to go down. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but just know that this thing is potted really wrong and I definitely need to figure it out so it can thrive. I am noticing this week that these leaves are really curled in, which to me would be an indication that it needs water. However, I just watered it, so I am a little worried about this plant. I would be devastated if something happened to it. I really think that maybe it just needs to be repotted. Maybe it's got some root rot. I don't know what's going on. I definitely want to check under the soil. I will be doing that this week. I'm honestly putting it off because I'm just like, I don't want to know the truth. I can't handle it. I can't handle it if this thing's gonna die. But yeah, these are such a beautiful plant and I cannot wait for it to get nice and big. That veining is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Same care, I let it dry out, water it. The leaves do kind of curl in a little bit, if you can tell, like this, and that's when I know that it needs a good drink. This one as well has lots of little nectaries on it as well. And yeah, it's been really easy care. I give it nice bright light. It's pretty close to my window, and yeah, I love it so much. Okay, my last two are my newest plants in my collection. Long story short, I bought a Melanocarpus, which I will show you in a moment. The plant did not come as I thought it would come. It wasn't rooted and it was advertised as rooted. The people that I got it from are so freaking wonderful. I love them so much. Lindsay, if you're watching, I love you. You're a doll. They made it right. They brought me a bigger plant. So sweet of them. And they added in another plant. I literally think it's so... First of all, they made it right, which was great because not everybody does that. Second of all, they made it better by making the plant bigger, and then they just topped it by adding another plant in, which was just so kind and honestly made my whole life. Like, I think it's so sweet when people do that. But this right here is a plant that I didn't buy. This was gifted to me, so that was very kind of them. And it was a plant that I didn't even know existed. This is a Philodendron Grandipex. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. I had not. But look at this. What a beautiful plant. First of all, it's huge. This is its biggest leaf right here. It's just beautiful. I don't hear this plant talked about enough, and I'm not sure why. This is the whole plant. It's very tall. It's got a new leaf coming in right here, and it's coming in nice and orangey, if you can see. That's the new leaf. This leaf obviously has some damage and is like a half leaf, so I'll probably cut that off at some point. And then this is its other leaf. So it's got two big leaves that are nice and healthy and a new leaf coming in. So like, this is just gonna be a nice full plant. I'm so excited about this plant. Ooh. I think it's beautiful. I've seen them online. I know they're not like crazy expensive, but I don't know. I think they're gorgeous and I need to research them more. I don't know anything about them. Cannot give you care tips because I just got them, but I had to show it off because this thing is the size of my head. Like, look, head test. It is the size of my head. It is beautiful. Okay, let me show you the Milano. Okay, and this is the Philodendron Melanocarpus that I was referring to. Oh my god. This was like very top of my wish list. I love Micans so much, and this is just a bigger, more elevated, beautiful version of it. I feel so lucky to have it. These two leaves definitely have some damage on them, but they're still so beautiful. Like that sheen. Oh my gosh. This thing is majorly leaning. I've got to give this some kind of a pull. But these two leaves are so beautiful. Like the feel of this leaf, it's definitely the same as the Micans, but it's a bigger surface area, so it's even better to pet. That's so sick, but you guys know. You all know you like to touch your leaves, so whatever. And then this is the newest leaf. It is beautiful. It hardly has any damage, just a little bit right there. I know that these can get damaged once they are coming out of their sheath, petiole, whatever, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna give it lots of humidity so that doesn't happen, but this is the newest leaf. It is so beautiful, and it is putting out a new leaf. I'm gonna take this out. Take it out of here before I drop it because I would want to die. If you can see right there, it has a new leaf coming in as we speak, and also the color of the new leaves, I shouldn't touch it, but oh my gosh, they're like coppery and perfect. I am obsessed. I'm literally obsessed. I need to get this in a pot as soon as possible. It's in a little like plastic clear pot, and there's no weight to it, and I feel like it's really top heavy, and it's freaking me out. Like, I'm gonna break this plant and be so pissed. But yeah, here is my Melanocarpus. I cannot wait to put this on a pole. I kind of want to put it on a piece of wood. I prefer the look to that, but we'll see what I do. I'll definitely film it for you guys. And that is my last philodendron. My last and my greatest and my favorite. Okay, guys, and that is it for this video. I know it was super chatty and kind of all over the place, but I hope that you did enjoy it. Let me know down below 2 things. Number 1, what is your all-time favorite philodendron that you own? Number 2, what is your favorite philodendron that you saw in my collection? Personally, I'd love to know. Let me know down below and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I would love it if you would subscribe if you have not already. It really helps me out, as well as follow me on Instagram because that's where you'll see photos of all of my babies. So yeah, I'm winded. Take a breath. I hope you guys like this video. I will see you guys next time. Bye.